Tonight, I'm going to take you on a journey back 2,000 years. And I want to begin by asking a question. What were U.S. Ambassador David Friedman, U.S. Ambassador to Israel David Friedman, White House Special Envoy Jason Greenblatt, and many other dignitaries doing in a subterranean tunnel in Jerusalem exactly 1 year ago? Answer: they were unveiling the most ambitious subterranean excavation Israel has ever undertaken, and it's called the Pilgrimage Road. Imagine being a pilgrim in Jerusalem 2,000 years ago. You're walking on the main street of Jerusalem on your way up to the Temple Mount. Now fast forward 2,000 years. That same street is now being exposed, and it's between 16 to 20 feet underground. It's the most ambitious and expensive excavation Israel has undertaken since its founding. You will be amazed tonight as we explore the ancient pilgrimage road and the sewer system beneath it, the drainage channel that runs underneath Jerusalem's main street. It will reveal the link between the city of David and the Temple Mount. Along the way, we will highlight dramatic new finds within the road and the channel that are reshaping our understanding of the city's ancient history. So what we're going to do is, I am now going to transition to Jerusalem. We are now standing at the Kotel, well, at least virtually, and I'm going to be sharing my screen, and we're going to be doing a PowerPoint-based presentation, so you will be able to follow along. We'll have images, diagrams, maps, and some short video clips. And I hope that when we are done tonight, you will have a newfound appreciation for ancient Jerusalem 2,000 years ago. So I am now sharing my screen. And the name of this presentation is The Pilgrimage Road from Shiloach Pool to the Western Wall. I want to begin by asking you, if I may, who could give me a thumbs up if you have been to Jerusalem? Give me either a real thumbs up or a virtual thumbs up. Okay, I see quite a few. I see 2 thumbs ups from some people. That's great. Excellent. Now, for those of you who have been to Jerusalem, I'm asking now a follow-up question. Give me a thumbs up if you've been to the city of David. City of David, ancient Jerusalem. Okay, I see less thumbs up now than I did before. But it's nice to see that some of you have been to the city of David. But I got to tell you that those of you who have been to Jerusalem but have not been to the city of David, you are missing out. And that's because the city of David is the ancient historic core of Jerusalem. It's where Jerusalem began. It's the city that King David captured from the Jebusites 3,000 years ago. And what we call the old city of Jerusalem did not even exist in King David's time period. So our presentation tonight will focus on an area of subterranean city of David. So some of you have seen this photo last year. It's the opening, sorry about that. The opening of an expanded section of the Pilgrimage Road last year, the end of June of 2019. We see here Ambassador David Friedman, U.S. Ambassador to Israel on the left, Special Envoy Jason Greenblatt on the right. They ceremoniously took a sledgehammer and they opened up a reconstructed wall unveiling the newly expanded section of the pilgrimage road. This is what was unveiled. So the project of unveiling this road actually began over a decade ago, but it's an ongoing project. And last year at this time, the newly opened section was unveiled to many dignitaries. As you can see here by looking at this, this is an underground road. What's a road doing underground? Well, the answer is this road used to be under the sky like any other road. But today, this road is anywhere from 16 to 20 meters underground, actually 16 to 20 feet underground. And that's because as the Romans destroyed Jerusalem, this road was covered up in rubble for close to 2,000 years, and it is only now being excavated 2,000 years later. As you can see from this photo, this is a very ambitious and costly project. The archaeologists are teaming up with engineers who have experience with tunneling. And in particular, the engineers involved in this archaeological project have teamed up with tunnelers from Switzerland, being that the Alps has many tunnels for their road system. So Swiss engineers have been assisting the Israeli archaeologists and engineers with building this metal, as you can see, this metalwork tunnel system that would support the city above, because there are about 20,000 people that live above the ground. So let's go get right into it. Jerusalem's Step Street and Drainage Channel, which is a link between the city of David and the Temple Mount. So as you can see here in this map, here we have the outline of the old city of Jerusalem. This is the old city walls of Jerusalem. Here is the Temple Mount. This area to the south of the Temple Mount is known as the City of David. As I mentioned earlier, that's the ancient historic core of Jerusalem. And the red line right here indicates where the Jerusalem's main street used to be. It went from the southern tip of a city, and it went right along up the Step Street, and then it continued along the base of the Western Wall. So actually, where we stand today at the Kotel Plaza, if you dig deep enough, you will get to the original main street of Jerusalem, which goes along the base of the Western Wall. And if some of you have been to the Kotel tunnel tours, you've seen that some of that main street has been exposed. So this is the road superimposed on the modern landscape. And you can see here at the southern end of this road, there was a grand pool, which was like a spa, built by King Herod towards the end of the Second Temple period, when Herod was involved in all of his building projects, reshaping the Jerusalem landscape. And you can see that from this large pool, which has been partially uncovered in recent years at the southern end of the city of David, there was a road, a step street that went, as the topography goes uphill here. So the street was a step street, and it went all the way along, it went alongside what's now known as the city of David until it reaches the base of the Western Wall. So it's for the first time we have a link between the city of David and the Temple Mount. Here is another view. This is from a virtual reconstruction by the visual simulation team at the UCLA, where again, this view is from the south, and you can see here the stepped road, and it continues up until it reaches this is the Temple Mount. And these are the walls surrounding the Temple Mount. This is the southern wall. These were the main entrances onto the Temple Mount. It's called the Double Gate. And this was the road that pilgrims who would visit Jerusalem, particularly during the three major festivals of Passover, Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot, they would, according to scholars, they would immerse themselves in that Shiloach pool, and they would continue up to the on this road over here until they reached the Temple Mount. So this was like the last 600 meters of the pilgrimage of the pilgrims. Now this is a reconstruction of the pilgrimage road. As you can see, this is a road that was under the sky. It was about 25 feet wide in its heyday, and it was lined with two-story buildings, shops lining. This was the main street of Jerusalem. You can see people bringing their offerings, bringing their animals for offerings, or whether they're bringing their fruits for bikurim, the first fruits, and they're going up with the throngs of people on their way up to the Temple Mount. As you can see at the end of this road, you can see a little part of what's now known as Robinson's Arch, which supported a monumental staircase. So let's take a look at the road and the channel beneath it that was discovered recently. And this is what it looks like today. As you can see, this is a small section of the road that has been uncovered. And beneath it, you can see where the drainage channel used to be, which was the ancient sewer system of Jerusalem, where the rain runoff would be going into the, like any other street today. You have a, like a sort of like a grate where the sewer, the runoff goes on the side of the street. Similar, they had these same thing made of stone on Jerusalem's main street. This is what an artist's reconstruction of the road above and the drainage channel below. Here's a closer up. You can see the people walking up the main street of Jerusalem, and here below it is the ancient drainage channel, the ancient sewer system of Jerusalem that was exposed. Let's watch this short video clip about the connection between the Shiloah pool and the step street known as the Pilgrimage Road.
Here I am at the archaeological site of the Siloam Pool, discovered by archaeologists in 2004. Mentioned in the Bible, the Siloam Pool was the major water-drawing source of ancient Jerusalem. These, in fact, are the stairs that brought Jewish pilgrims down into the pool to purify before they began the dramatic ascent up to the Temple Mount. Archaeologists, however, ask themselves a question. If this was the pool, how did those pilgrims actually walk up to the temple and the Western Wall? That brings us to our next and perhaps most exciting discovery. This is the ancient pilgrimage thoroughfare, and these are the very stairs that are being excavated that once carried millions of Jews from the Siloam Pool up to the Temple Mount 2,000 years ago.